that caught the attention of many across the country. UW Green Bay naming sports radio personality Doug Gottlieb its 10th head coach in program history. Now, the job won't be easy for Gottlieb, who is serving as a head coach at the college level for the first time. But so far into his young tenure, there's been noticeable productivity. Our Cody Krupp caught up with Gottlieb recently to see how the coach is adjusting to life in Green Bay and much more.
If I had to give you like one word, it would be fulfilling so far. You're not going to get more out of any human being than you can get out of me. Emotionally, truly fulfilling to do something you've always wanted to do.
It's already been a little under 2 months since Doug Gottlieb's introductory press conference as the new head coach of the Green Bay Phoenix here at the Crest Center, and a lot has happened between then and now.
Just the energy of the newness, the energy of the relationships that we're creating, the energy of the kids and them being so kind of hopeful as to what's in front of them. I think all that kind of propels you on a daily basis. November 4th, Gotlieb Arena is coming quicker than anybody can imagine. Just trying to get yourself prepared for that moment. So you might ask yourself, why?
Now, since then, do you feel like you've had to convince that you are here? Like this isn't just to try to move on to the next job.
Our expression for our team motto is walk the walk. You can say it a million times, but what you do. And for example, I didn't rent a house. I didn't buy something I want to flip. I bought a house on the bay because I want to stay on the bay. I'm not here for 5 minutes. I'm not here for 1 year. I'm not here for 2 years. I'm here for the process. And we also have a really young team. That's what can make this place special, is if we can retain as many of these kids as possible. And the only way you do it is if you retain yourself. And you just got to kind of mentally unpack to the idea of going somewhere else. I want you.
They signed a recruiting class, one of them featuring the top recruit that's ever come to this program. Freshman Jeremiah Johnson, a consensus 4-star. Norman, Oklahoma kid. Oklahoma State, your old stomping grounds. You go head-to-head with the Cowboys. Like, how does a coach pull something like that?
In the Venn diagram, there's all sorts of concentric circles, but it's relationships, it's trust. As talented as Jeremiah is, at a high major level, right now he's being added to a puzzle that's already put together. At our level, he is a major piece. People who have played for me understand it's a lot more wide open. It's not as traditional, and I think he's going to flourish in it.
The university has been pretty good about helping you as a first-year head coach with the rules. Like, obviously, there's a lot, like...
The rules?
Well, yeah. When you can have practices, things like that.
Yes. Cassie, who's our head of compliance, is amazing. Amazing. And I'm sure she's completely worn out by us asking a ton of questions and how things go. Our chancellor, Mike Alexander, he was actually here for family dinner on Sunday, making sure that we have everything in our power to put the best product out there. And everyone's pulling in the same direction. That's again, super fulfilling to get your first opportunity and to get one where everyone just wants to see a positive outcome.
Coach Gottlieb is a lot of different places this time of year. You saw walking in the Crest Center. That was to film a podcast with Packers A.J. Dillon. And on Friday, he's going to join the commentating booth for the Brewers. But he told Brian Anderson, don't worry, I'm not trying to take your job.
He had texted me, would you do the first pitch?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
From the mound.
Yes.
From the mound. I think we go stretch. The new head coach at Wisconsin Green Bay.
Reporting here from the Crest Center, Cody Krupp, Fox 11 Sports.
Oh, cannot wait to hear him on the broadcast tomorrow. All right, well, Coach Gottlieb sharing with Cody the Phoenix non-conference matchups for the upcoming season. There's some tough road games for GB. Season opener is going to be at Gottlieb's alma mater, Oklahoma State. That's slated for November 4th. The Phoenix will also visit Ohio State, Providence, and Drake. Then for the home non-con matchups, the home opener is going to be on November 8th. That'll be against St. Thomas. Former Phoenix forward Rich Byrie now playing with the Tommies, and UC Santa Barbara will also be in town trading in the sand for some snow.
Obviously, you knew it was going to be a challenge. More of a challenge or up to your level of wanting to achieve something? It's not a real challenge if it's not something you got to chase and get after. But how have you described the first month in the role?
Fulfilling. Yeah. Really fulfilling. And you come home every day thinking, like, I'm not sure if what we did made us that much better, but it made it a little bit better, but more just kind of emotionally truly fulfilling to do something you've always wanted to do. And also, I think everybody says you want to wake up with purpose and accomplish something, but when you have to be concise with different parts of your day, it really forces you to be disciplined in your time and disciplined in your kind of thought management as well. So if I had to give you like one word, it would be fulfilling so far.
What's the something to keep the energy going? I mean, every day it's got to be like like you said, you have a boat ride with some donors tonight. You got
boat ride was last night.
Boat ride was last night. You got the 969 Club dinner tonight, and you have
Brewers game.
I saw that
Friday Brewers game.
You already went to one recently.
Yeah, but I get to be on the broadcast. I think
that's awesome.
Talks of me throwing out the first pitch.
Heck yeah.
I have late movement on that thing, so. We'll see, but I'm going off the mound if allowed to. If we don't go midway, we go off the mound. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just the energy of that fulfillment, seeking that on a daily basis. But how do you keep it going? Knowing that November 4th, Gotlieb Arena is coming quicker than anybody can imagine, and just trying to get yourself prepared for that moment. Trying to get, your 13 scholarship and probably 18 total players all ready for that moment. But I think just the energy of the newness, the energy of the relationships that we're creating, the energy of the kids and them being so kind of hopeful as to what's in front of them, I think all that kind of propels you on a daily basis.
I think by some some articles or whoever does the ratings, you might have had the highest freshman recruit that's ever come to Wisconsin. Norman, Oklahoma kid. Oklahoma State, your old stomping grounds. You go head-to-head with the Cowboys, and you sign Anthony Johnson to Jeremiah Johnson to Green Bay. I mean, first of all, does it kind of feel good? Like, hey, a little nudge to Oklahoma State that I'm here to compete. And then how do you do that? Like, how does a coach pull something like that off?
Well, relationships. In all candor, his father Jay was a really good player about my era. His first coach in college who recruited him, Steve Sosa, is now the head coach at Western Wyoming, was actually our manager at Oklahoma State. So we go back that far. And, in the Venn diagram, there's all sorts of concentric circles, but it's relationships, it's trust, and then it's just the reality of where we are in college basketball, where as talented as Jeremiah is, and he's a little bit older than many traditional freshmen, at a high major level, right now he's being added to a puzzle that's already put together. At our level, he is a major piece, and he has much greater opportunity to play immediately. And I think you combine trust and relationships with the opportunity, and then you factor in, people who have played for me understand it's a lot more wide open. It's not as traditional, and I think he's going to flourish in it. I think all those things allowed us to get Jeremiah. And then the big question I think our staff had is, here's a really highly touted recruit. He played for OTE, Overtime Elite, last year. Would he come in and have arrogance? Would he come in and not fit in? And I'm telling you, he's so much better as a kid with the rest of them than we ever could have possibly imagined. To give you a quick example, we like to give them freedom, if they've earned it, to pick how they want to live, where they want to live. And the younger ones, we want them to live on campus, and the older ones, we can't. He's a little bit older. Yeah. And he came to me and he's like, Coach, I really want to stay with the freshmen in my dorm because I like them to hang out together. So the relationship stuff, I think that wins you games. I believe in investing in people and having them invest in each other. And I think that will be the rising tide that lifts all ships. And I think Jeremiah has been a huge, huge factor in the energy we bring every day, because there's no arrogance. There's no entitlement. There's just a kid who wants to play ball, wants to work, wants to get better, and wants to elevate his team to a high level.
In your short time dealing with the recruiting process, NIL compared to opportunity, just having the chance to be on a basketball court, have you noticed, well, at least, a lot of these guys, they're more transparent to, or more, to the idea of having the opportunity to be the guy even right away, as compared to, how much are you gonna be able to offer me type of thing, which I think we all know Green Bay maybe isn't in that position right now to compete in that regard head to head.
We can be competitive within reason, but it's what we want to do. We want volunteers. We don't want prisoners, right? And so what does that mean in the NIL space? We want guys that want to come here, that see the vision, see what their role could be, and can flourish in it. And then on a case-by-case basis, if the feeling is, okay, in order to get that done, maybe there's a couple of things that want to get done. What we really want to use it for is we really want to support the players. I have a 7'1" center. He needs a high-quality mattress. I have guys that need dental work, okay? I have players that have vision problems. I have guys that, hey, coach, I really, really want to be able to have a little bit of money so that I can have my own apartment or those sorts of things. And so we want to get real traditional NIL. We want the town to embrace it. And the only way to do that is to show them who we are, show them what we're about, and then eventually that will follow. And then the true way I want it to work is I want to retain as many of these guys as possible. And we'll have to do that, obviously, on some level through NIL, and that NIL can be used in a myriad of different ways to make them feel supported by the GB community. But I know how it works around here, right? These are hardworking blue-collar people that aren't just going to come off money to any kid who's going to be here for 6-9 months and be gone. We want to show them who we are, show them what we're about, show them we got a high character of player, of student-athlete that's about the right things, that wants to be here, and then in the right situation, they can benefit. And if not, they can benefit at a different school like a Noah Reynolds did last year.
And during your opening press conference, I think a lot of people were bought in. I think you did a great job during it. Now, since then, do you feel like you've had to not sell yourself, I guess, but do you feel like you've had to convince some of these potential donors that you are here? Like, this isn't just to try to, move on to the next job. Have you felt like you had to convince other people that since then when it comes to trying to build a little NIL fund type of thing?
I mean, I just think the only way you can, our expression for our team motto is walk the walk, right? You can say it a million times, but you do. And for example, like, I didn't rent a house. I didn't buy something I want to flip. I bought a house on the bay because I want to stay on the bay. It's been an amazing experience. We went through a process of the first couple weeks scrambling, trying to put together in a roster. In addition to that, I want to put together a staff. We still have a couple open roster spots. We still have a couple open staff spots. But what I want to do is establish a foundation of our players, of our coaching staff, and then get to work on some of the relationships in the community. And that's what we've done in kind of successive order. So have I had to kind of resell myself? No. I am who I am. I've gotten a chance to go out and meet a lot of people. I got a couple favorite places in town to go. We've had a lot of people come through my house. Everybody knows we have team family dinner every Sunday, and we're bringing different people from our president to donors to wives and girlfriends and friends as well. And we want to be a landing spot for the community as well. And the more people see that and come to practice, we're in the DB working out, 4 mornings a week. And the more you show people, you don't have to tell people who you are. It's more about actions, not about words. So walk the walk applies to everything, and it even applies to how I want to be a part of this community. I'm not here for 5 minutes. I'm not here for 1 year. I'm not here for 2 years. I'm here for the process. Yeah. And we also have a really young team, and some of those guys are going to redshirt, and we're going to build upon them. And we're hoping that years 3, 4, and 5, now they become all conference players. That's what can make this place special, is if we can retain as many of these kids as possible. And the only way you do it is if you retain yourself. And you just got to kind of mentally unpack to the idea of going somewhere else.
How would you rate your own groups, guys that you brought in? I think on paper, better than most people could have expected in a short window that you guys had in a quick turnaround. But how were you guys pretty pleased when you and the coaching staff look at what you were able to pull off? Got to feel pretty good about it, or how do you look at it?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's always going to be something you want to fix. Yeah. But I actually told, this is recruiting season for next year. Yeah. And I'm not going to go on the road this weekend because the most important recruits are the ones we have on campus, right? Those are the guys that are going to win us games this year and in years to come. Yeah, I mean, look, the whole way it works with recruiting rankings is it's about what a kid could ultimately become. But what matters is what he is for us and can grow to be during this year and hopefully during future years. So am I pleased? Sure. Are there some spots of weakness? Absolutely. Can we work around them? I hope so. And we can get these kids better. We still have till November 4th till we play a game. We have till December 4th till we play a conference game. We have till December 11th when we play Milwaukee. That's the time span in which you can make a player much, much better. And that's our coaching staff's goal, is to get them to play as one and to get them each individually better and then collectively better till then. But are we pleased? Sure, but no one's ever won a game because a kid was a 4-star or a 3-star or a 5-star. The truth is, in college basketball, can you play together? Do you have toughness? Can you play within a system? Can you process and understand? And, oh, yeah, by the way, can you be eligible? You know, we recruited all high-quality student athletes as well. So these are all challenges, but I accept the challenge. It's something I've always wanted, and that's why I have that fulfillment on a daily basis.
And how is the schedule filling out for you guys?
It's going to be challenging.
Yeah.
It's going to be challenging. So I think we'll be able to release it within a day or two.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, Oklahoma State, Providence on the road, Ohio State on the road, Drake on the road as well. We got some good teams coming in here as well. UC Santa Barbara's coming in here. We're going to play a return trip there next year.
Yeah.
Right? I think the coaching staff's very, very happy about that one. Also, I'd like to see my mom to go see me coach at some point in time. Let's see here. Who else is coming in? Hold on. St. Thomas is our home opener November 8th. So, yeah, it's a very challenging schedule. But to me, look, I don't care. I want to win every game, but I don't actually truly care about every win or every loss. It's about a process. Okay, we want to win in the league. We want to beat Milwaukee. We want to beat Oakland. We want to win the Horizon tournament, and we want to get better every game. And it's gonna be this, and then this, and then it's not gonna be a direct lineup. And we kind of got to figure out who we are and what we got. I mean, I have ideas of what I think we can do, but we got to see it kind of come to fruition. And we also have a couple of international players that we won't get on campus until September when we start school. So there's still some unknowns as to what we truly look like when we're whole. But the schedule is challenging, and my thought is, in the dead of winter, do you want to come down to the Titletown District and you want to see a good opponent? You want to see good basketball. You want to see us win? Yes. But you also, to get in the car and to drive down there, especially, if you live in the Fox Valley, got to be a reason. So we're going to try and put better and better opponents, and that's going to be challenging. And it won't always end up with us winning, but eventually we want to win all our home games and then pick off half our road games, and that's when we got a real product out there for you.
I'll wrap this up quick. Has the university been pretty good about helping you as a first-year head coach with the rules? Like, obviously, there's a lot, like
The rules?
Well, yeah, when you can have practices, things like that. I mean, it's a learning curve, I'm sure, for you a little bit too. It's have they been pretty good about kind of mentoring you a little bit, not keeping. Helping you with the process, because it's a lot. You got a lot on your plate, let alone learn, all the extra little stuff that comes along with it.
Yes. Cassie, who's our head of compliance, is amazing. Amazing. And I'm sure she's completely worn out by us asking a ton of questions and how things go, but she's incredible. And then our chancellor, Mike Alexander, he was actually here for family dinner on Sunday. He's really worked with us in terms of making sure that we have everything in our power to put the best product out there and to recruit the best student athletes. And, the only thing that's been asked of us is, hey, please bring in good kids. Like, just bring in good kids. And I think we've accomplished that goal. So we have good citizens, good kids. They all want to play. That's the only issue, right? You can only play 5, only 1 basketball. But everyone's pulling in the same direction. That's again, super fulfilling to get your first opportunity and to get one where everyone just wants to see a positive outcome.
And you're throwing out the game, first pitch on Friday for a game?
I think so.
Friday, okay.
I know I'm in the booth
All right.
with Brian Anderson.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I know I'm in the booth with
On
Brian
Friday,
Anderson.
though,
Yes.
For sure. Love that. We're going on Thursday for the game, but
I could.
Switch it to Friday now.
So I'm not going to take his spot or Levering's spot or Uke's spot or any of that stuff. But Friday is what we're doing, and there's a possibility. I don't know where we are. He had texted me, would you do the first pitch?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
From the mound.
Yes.
From the mound. I think we
baseball?
go stretch. Did I play baseball?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just going to say.
Plus, I had to point this out. My son was a very good baseball player until he gave it up. He's just a hooper now. But I'm one of the best BP pitchers
Love that.
in the history of pony baseball. Like, very hittable ball, but can throw with just enough pace and movement. So I think I prepared for this moment through years and years of throwing BP to my son.
Awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Anytime.
Hey.